fly in here. Should I get it? Oh, that's going to drive me batty. Now. Fly. Right, so on this episode of Ash's Garage, Right, so today I'm going to be painting the wheels on my E60. I'm going to be using rattle cans from Halfords, and let's see what kind of result I can get. Hopefully I can teach you a thing or two on the way, little hints and tips that I've learned over the past however long of doing it. So let's get to it, let's get the wheels off the car, give them a clean and get them sanded ready for paint. Oh, it doesn't work with three wheels. So the wheels in question are BMW Style 132 from an E53 X5 and are manufactured by Borbet. They are 19-inch in diameter with staggered widths of 9J at the front and 10J at the rear. The wheels offsets are ET48 and ET45 respectively. The front set require a 30mm hub-centric spacer to clear the brakes on the E60. Getting all four wheels off a slammed E60 was a challenge in itself. Two jacks are definitely needed to get this craft to hover. First I jacked up the front sills to get the axle stands on the back, then I left the jacks in place at the front with the axle stands under the discs as a precaution. Here I used washing up liquid to degrease the wheels. It works well on the dishes in your kitchen as well as the dishes on your car. Make sure you get your mum's permission before you use her washing up liquid. Once the wheels were clean and dry, I sanded the paint off the faces, starting with a 180 grit to remove the surface damage around the edges. I then worked up through an assortment of grits to remove the scratches caused by the 180, up to around 400 to 600 to finish. The buggered barrels needed a wire wheel to remove the heavily pitted paint. These were then sanded to remove any scoring. Next, I mixed up some filler to address the rough arse curbed rim job. I mixed up a pea-sized amount of hardener to a bollock-sized amount of filler. Remember to adjust your ratios in colder climates. Trust your balls for best results. If you don't have any, be sure to ask a friendly neighbour. Apply the filler lightly to the curbed areas. Large amounts of filler only make for more work to sand back down. You can always mix up another batch if needed. Once set, use a padded block sander to remove the excess. Finger in the rim as you go to check for imperfections. You can always ask a friendly neighbour to finger your rim as a second opinion. Repeat this process another 3 times while asking yourself why didn't you just send them off to get powder coated for less than 200 quid. Mask off your tyre valves and place cards around the rim like so. This little card trick saves so much masking tape and can be reused multiple times. Using a heat gun or your mum's hairdryer, heat up the surfaces and the can to help paint adhesion. This universal spray can attachment gives you more control and saves your fingers from cramping. Once the barrels are primed, spin the wheels round and hit the fronts with the high build. Remember to panel wipe your surfaces before you paint, nobody likes a dirty rim. Always start off by painting the edges of the surfaces before painting the main body. This reduces any paint build-up you might get otherwise. Now the wheels are ready for some colour. I built these coats up lightly until a nice even finish is achieved. Again, painted the edges first. Finally, it's time for some lacquer. This time I painted the fronts and the backs at the same time. I applied a light coat first, then once the paint is tacky, I finished it off with a heavy final coat. Make sure you let the paint cure for a while before you put the wheels back on. You don't want to get your dirty fingerprints all over the paint and smush it in as you're trying to struggle to get these heavy wheels back on your car. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's not been the usual gardening show. I promise I'll be back to my usual uphill gardening in no time. Let me know what you think of the gold wheels in the comments below. I'll be sure not to give a what you think. And don't forget to thank your neighbours for the hand job.
Yes!